Hi, it's John Pensome and Steve Johnson here from PeopleInsight Workforce Analytics, and thanks for joining us for this product tour today. In the next 15 minutes, we'll walk you through how we work with our customers and provide you a deep dive into our workforce analytics platform. And at PeopleInsight, we focus exclusively on what we see as a universal issue. It's companies who have numerous sources of disconnected HR talent and people data that they find it very difficult to bring together for reporting and analytics. And as a result, you don't have the information and insight at your fingertips to drive the decisions that you need to regarding your organization, your candidates, and your talent. So what we've done as a company is build a business model and a technology platform which makes it very simple for you to accelerate and get to those outcomes of better decisions. We know that you run lots of different systems, and we know that it's hard to make changes and transform that data and connect it. So what we do as a business model is have you feed us your raw, disconnected HR data from your different systems. We then integrate all of that HR data into a powerful data warehouse and analytics platform, make all the connections that matter, and from there you just simply log into a cloud-based, secure analytics platform and use your data to drive decisions. I'm going to hand it over to Steve right now, who is going to take us through some of the demo. Steve?
Thanks, John. Thanks everyone for joining this product tour. What I'm going to do today is walk you through our deluxe edition of our PeopleInsight solution. What I'm going to show you is a series of dashboard and analytic views across a number of different content areas. I'm starting here in our demo system on the executive dashboard. As you all know, executives need to be able to see all the key metrics that matter for your workforce in a nice visual and summarized form. As you can see here within PeopleInsight, as John mentioned earlier, we bring data together from various sources. When you look at headcount data, hires, turnover rate, promotion, typically from your core HR systems. But then when you get into offer acceptance rates, percentage of recs filled on target, then you're really focusing on your ATS, your recruiting candidate data. Now, the nice thing within PeopleInsight, because we bring in that raw data, you get these beautiful dashboards, but the nice thing is they're fully interactive. So as a user, you can cut and look at various areas within your organization. In this example, I'm showing how you can, with a simple filter, click and look at certain departments, in this case, operations. All of the numbers across all your areas recalculate on the fly, and you're able to drill down into those various areas. Now, what's nice, as a user, with all this interactivity, with this filtering and slicing, this is all recalculating across your various years of history in an instant. That's the executive's dashboard. Now, we personalize these dashboards to your specific needs. So this is a great starting point example. But what we would do is personalize for the key metrics that matter to you, your corporate colors, and all the views so that your executives see exactly what you want them to. Now I'm going to show you another view around headcount demographics. Once again, this view showing trends in time across headcount year over year, the percentage change, and then also doing different cuts on the data by department, by level, by various demographic views. And once again, as a user, fully interactive, so I can look at, let's say, just my operations group. But the next piece that's very important, not only can I drill down, but as a user with a click, very important feature, I can get to the details. Now, of course, within our platform, a very robust security model. So we set this up so that only the users, based on their security, can get to details. The details they see are based on that security. So fully secure, get to details for those users who you want to see it, and the details that you want them to see. Now, with these clicks, I'm recalculating all of this data on the fly. Now, the other important thing as a user and for various purposes, as I filter in and interact, distributing this data, I can show things live, which is very important. But also, I have this ability to do a download. So I can download to an image, I can download summarized data, but I can also do a PDF of this tab or multiple tabs within PeopleInsight. So with a click, I can get at the information, share this information with the audiences that I require. The next area to cover, a very important topic to many of our clients and many organizations today, is around diversity. So as you can see here is an example dashboard that easily shows you your various distributions across your various diverse areas, but then also linking in your percentages of hire, your turnover, so you get that full visibility of headcount, the ins and outs to make sure that your programs are moving in the direction that you would like. The next area, as we talk about within PeopleInsight, is around your recruiting and candidate data. Now in here, as I mentioned earlier, we personalize all the terminology, the views to your specific needs. Now in this example, we're calling things open roles. Many of our clients will call them open positions, jobs, etc. All of that is personalized by our team as part of the managed service as we do your onboarding, and then can change at any time as you require. Now, as a user, when you're looking at these open roles, I can filter as I showed you earlier, but then the other important thing with a click is I can go look at specifics, in this case, on the open roles that are past target. Not only do I see now by detail each of the recs, but I can also see where are the candidates in that pipeline. Do we have any in offer, in interview stage? How long have they been there? So giving you more insight with a click to understand on those roles that have been outstanding for some time, whether they're approaching target, past target. With a click, you can get all of that detail. Now, within your organization, there's always going to be a need to understand trends across time. Now, this is a great example around the recruiting data. We call it fill performance. So for organizations who set targets for times to fill, this is a great view to help you understand how you're doing year over year on hitting your targets. You can easily see here up 9% from 65 to 74% year over year. But then an important thing is to be able to see what has that trend been across time. And if I want to look at my most recent months, why are we down to 56% in the last month? When I hover over, I get more details on what goes into that number. And also, as I showed earlier, I can click to go to a detailed list. Now, as a user, one of the important things when I'm seeing here, I want to be able to look at, in this case, sales, but I can easily click and go back and look at each of my departments and also compare them side by side. So as you can see, with the filtering capability in show by, I can filter on data, recalculates, but then I can cut that data. In this case, I want to see that by the various jobs within sales. And then when I'm looking at this, even further down, I may want to compare quarter over quarter numbers. So as you can see here, very powerful in your ability to be able to filter, slice, get to the information you need on the fly, which as an HR user, line of business, HR business partner, is very helpful in being able to analyze information and help decisions with your line of business leaders, driving different organizational changes as you need. Now this is around some recruiting data. What I'm now going to flip to that's very important is the connections that matter. We talked about earlier recruiting data, HR data, but one of the key questions as an organization is you want to understand you're spending a lot of money to bring new candidates, new hires into the organization. How are they performing? What's that first year performance look like? What's that quality of hire? First year turnover or retention, all in one view. So then imagine the ability to connect HR data to recruiting data to see this all in a single view. Now, as I go across here showing more examples, another area that's key is around movements or promotions within your organization. Now, this is an example around promotions and promotion rates, but being able to look at by your different diversity categories, but also by performance or 9-box or potential. Are you promoting by differentiated ways by the various talent segments you have? I can easily see year over year our exceptional talent, the rate of promotions is decreasing, or the outstanding is at a higher rate than exceptional. Very important because oftentimes these ratings are in talent systems, spreadsheets, and disconnected from the core HR data and being able to see are your promotions, your movements, your retention impacted or differentiated by your various performance or talent categories. Compensation. For many of our clients, bringing together comp data, being able to look at your different internal comp ratios by your different segments, where are you at above or below the comp ratio line, but then more importantly, looking at that by your other segments, like performance. I can see here relatively level and even across your different performance segments. But then if I segment within performance by departments, I'm able to then understand our different departments paying differentiated for different talent segments. And I can easily see there's some variance across those different groups. Now, what's important, back to internal views, as you know, of comp ratio, but for many of our clients who subscribe to market data, we can bring that in as well and able to see how are you paying your talent segments against the market, whether that's the market median, 75th, 90th percentile, etc. Within our organization's data, a key area is turnover. What you're able to see here is turnover rates, comparing different views, but then with the click, I want to compare year over year. And as many of you know who may do this type of analysis in Excel today, trying to calculate turnover rates is very complicated because you're looking at different time periods, calculating average head counts, so that you can understand the segmentation and be able to see, is the turnover rate differentiated? And another key thing, if I just want to be able to look at specific segments, with a click, everything will recalculate on the fly. So as a user, your ability to get to the information, understand your numbers is at a click of a button. Now that concludes the demo portion of our Deluxe product tour today. I'll hand back to you, John, to conclude this overview.
Thanks, Steve. That's it, folks. That's why we're very excited about PeopleInsight and how we work with our customers and how we help them drive better business decisions through their data. We offer this People Analytics as a Service capability. We do this on a subscription basis with customers, and what our customers get is a GDPR compliant, secure, and cloud-based platform. The very basis of this is being able to leverage all of those disparate sources of your HR, people, talent, productivity data. And you don't have to do anything in terms of transformation or output. You just give it as in raw format. We also have, when we start with clients, we leverage our out-of-the-box workforce analytics platform. But we also know that one of the most important things is you being able to drive configuration and changes which is relevant to you, your business, and the strategic opportunities that you're focused on at any given time. So that's where our fully managed service comes in, and we have exclusive focus across our entire business with expert teams, deep expertise in HR data, HR systems, business intelligence, working on a daily basis with some of the best brands in the world. One of those brands just recently said to me, he said, "You're the solution we've been looking for but never knew existed." And that really summarizes really what we bring to the market in terms of HR data. We're a people analytics pure play. It's all we do. We're deep experts in HR data, and we're built to integrate all of your disparate HR and talent data and deliver an end-to-end HR reporting and people analytics solution from there. If you're ready to become more data-driven in your organization, I'm confident that my team at PeopleInsight can help you. Please contact us for more details and a more detailed demo or a conversation. Thanks so much for joining us today.